Thank you so much and welcome to this press conference. It is my great honor and privilege to introduce the panel that will announce the third Russell Tribunal on Palestine taking place here in South Africa from the 5th to the 6th of November this year, 2011. I am Nozizwe Madlala Routledge, a member of the South African Organizing Committee for the Tribunal. And the South African Organizing Committee is chaired by Judge Siraj Desai and supported by a number of non-governmental organizations, including COSATU and the Palestine Solidarity Group. The Russell Tribunal on Palestine will sit in South Africa in session to determine if the treatment of the Palestinian people by Israel meets criteria of the United Nations Convention against the Crime of Apartheid, as well as look at the consequences for Israel-Palestine and the international community. I want to say, may this tribunal that is going to be held in our country in November this year end the crime of silence.
The world looked to South Africa and expected South Africa to be a champion of the rights of other people. And that, I would say, is a yardstick for South Africans to live up to. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Senator from Belgium, retired, Pierre Gallant.
In 2006, in Paris, I meet Stéphane Hessel. Stéphane Hessel is ambassador of France. It's a title. He was also an ambassador for France, but he is today a 93-man ambassador of France, and he is the last survivor of the people having reading the Human Rights Declaration. He's the only one. And he believes, till today he believes strongly in this Human Rights Declaration. And for this reason, he continued to engage himself and he accepted to be the president of this tribunal on Palestine. The jury that we implement from the beginning was composed by 9 international well-known personalities that we know that we can be sure about their moral integrity. And the chair of this jury is Stéphane Hessel, I'll tell you. And you have the list of the jury in your map. This jury, during 2 days, have the responsibility to listen to 9 experts. 9 experts coming from all over the world. And also coming from Palestine and from Israel. And we have put in this list of experts people coming from South Africa too. So we have 9 experts, and also we have 9 persons in charge to make testimony. These witnesses, they have a responsibility to go not to the expertise, but to their own experience in what is apartheid in Palestine, and also in Israel. I believe strongly that the Russell Tribunal is an important contribution to the effort of the international civil society in their willingness to rehabilitate the international law, to rehabilitate the international humanitarian law, to rehabilitate human rights. It's, for me, the only way to implement a long-term and peaceful coexistence between the people in respect with the rule of state. And I believe that this rule of state, we have the responsibility to implement it for all the people around this world. That's the need that we have. And today, particularly for the Palestinian people because the Palestinian question is today a central question in the world. And in addition to that, I believe today that it's important to do that, because let us hope that the UN will listen to the appeal of the Palestinian people to have their own self-determination process for our state. And that would be something that will be discussed at the next General Assembly, so that I believe to contribute, to remember to the international community the importance of the international law is a key point in all the process.
Comrade Nzizo and Mr. Gallant and other panelists, everyone. Good morning. I won't be long. All I will say is that it's an enormous privilege to have been asked to be on this panel today. I think that the Russell Tribunal on Palestine and the question of apartheid in Israel is fundamental for all of us.
So from the side of the churches, it is important that we show our support for this tribunal. It is important because just as we declared apartheid a heresy, the new heresy that we are facing today is Christian Zionism. And because of Christian Zionism, of course, there is so much support coming, particularly from Christians in the USA. And there are many of us who say that no, we cannot allow the Bible, Christianity, and so on to be misused in this way.
This brings us to the end of our press conference, and I just want to bring to your attention that in your folders that we have given to you is all the information that might answer some of the questions that you have, for example, around the committee that decides on the witnesses, all people of integrity. And may I, at this juncture, thank all of you members of the media for coming. We look forward to working with you in partnership on this issue. And it's all up to us to end the complicity of silence. It's all up to us to get the action that you are asking us about. In essence, it's up to the people. Thank you.